If you want to be a successful sports bettor, you're going to need to do a little work. And so if the OddsJam Positive EV tool is the Batman, then in this video, I'm going to talk about the Robin, because the Robin is a very important sidekick that's going to really help you maximize your profits. What am I talking about? Well, come on, let's go check it out. Guys, what's going on? My name's Billy C, and on this channel, I love to talk about betting on sports, particularly using the tools at oddsjam.com, which has helped me make a lot of money, right? So I want to help you become a smarter, sharper sports bettor and showing you how the tools at OddsJam can make you a lot of money. Now, in today's video, I want to talk to you about bet trackers, tracking your bets, knowing exactly how much you make. And today I want to show you my bet tracker, my personal bet tracker that I've created to really help keep me on track. Because I do use OddsJam's bet tracker, which is free, by the way, but I want to show you mine because I really have it broken down, and it just really helps give me a nice statistical view of how each day, week, month, how everything's going for me. My old betting strategy that I used to use, and currently I'm on a new betting strategy for the month of June. But for the first 6 months, because of my bet tracker, I can really figure out, like, is this strategy really working? Well, actually it is. How? Because I keep vigorous details of the tracker itself, day in and day out. And yes, it's work. And yes, it's not sexy. But if you want to make money betting on sports, you have to do this. And for any of my subscribers that have seen my videos in the past, yes, I finally invested in a 4K camera, the Sony ZV-E10. So now you can see everything crystal clear. Every blemish on my face, all the spots on my forehead, you can see it all, right? So here is my bet tracker that I keep for all my straight wagers, right? So no prize picks, no underdog fantasy, no parlays, straight wagers. So if I bet Yankees money line, this goes on the bet tracker. I bet the over-under in the Heat Nuggets game, right? This goes on the bet tracker. So I have this laid out by month, and I keep my unit size here for my old betting strategy, and I have a couple different columns. By the way, if you're interested in this bet tracker and everything I'm about to show you in this, just reach out to me. I'll shoot you my email, slide in my DMs on Twitter, leave a comment. I'll send this to you for free. Okay. I don't need $1 from you. I just want to help you become a better sports bettor, and keeping accurate descriptions and what's going on each day with your bets is very important. So it's pretty simple. I just have the date, the number of bets I make per day, the amount that I actually bet. And in this category in column C, I do up here at the top input each individual bet, right? My win-loss as far as what I win, what I lose. So then this is my profit and loss for the day because it's just column D minus column C, right? And then my ROI. I know exactly what my ROI is for the day. And then my average bet size. And the one thing that I've added in column J, it's one of my favorite things, is the percentage of bankroll retained. So it's a little easier to describe this on a losing day than it is on a winning day. So for instance, on January 3rd, I placed 7 bets, right? The total amount of money that I bet that day was $685. I brought back 73% of my bankroll that day. So I had a losing day, but 73.13% of 685 is $500.91. So why I like column J so much is, as you can see, on the days that are in red, it kind of shows me like my worst day of the month. So as we scroll through, you can see my worst day of the month was right here on January 25th. I brought back 61% of my bankroll. So why is column J so important to me? Because it gives me a lot of confidence, right? I'm betting every day. And when I'm betting every day, you know, some days I'm like, oh man, you know, when I lose my first 3 bets, I'm like, here we go. I'm about to lose it all. I'm about to lose everything I bet. But then I don't. I still bring back 61%. Now, for you at home, leave a comment. You're like, Billy, that sucks. Like you lost almost 40% of your bankroll that day. Yes, but I didn't lose everything. And so when we go through my months, which I'm not going to, but in column J, my worst return ever is roughly 60 to 61%. I still brought that back. So when I start upping the amount of money I bet per day from $500 to $1,000 to $5,000, I have a lot of confidence because I have over 6 months worth of data telling me, hey man, the worst you're going to do is lose 40% of your bankroll that day, which isn't like going to tickle me pink and make me happy, but it's just nice to know That's the worst it can be. Now, it can't get worse because mathematically it's profitable to lose every bet. But like I've talked about before, using the positive EV tool with OddsJam, you have Pinnacle, the sharpest sports book in the world. The positive EV tool, man, you got a really solid, formidable team. It's going to be hard to lose massive amounts of percentage of your bankroll each day when you have that going for you. Now, also, as you can see here, I also have, since I rejoined on OddsJam on October 31st. So this is bet tracker here is all for 2023. I do have 2022's numbers in here. So you can see I've placed 4,300 bets since, Halloween. I've gambled $563,000. I've brought back a 2.68% ROI. And, if you're new to this, and you're like, wow, that's like not very high of an ROI. That's what you can kind of expect, anywhere between 1 to 5%, in my opinion, for positive EV betting. That's why I really try to focus on the more I bet. Even if this is a low number for ROI, I can still make a lot of money, $15,000. That's pretty decent. So 2023, a little different, 3,800 bets. This removes anything from 2022. Here's how much I bet. And this is what I like about this, guys, is when you go through those losing streaks, those 3, 4, 5 days in a row, this is a zoom out approach. I have another tab I'm going to share with you, a zoom out look of it, just saying, oh, wait a minute, you're actually still making money doing this. So yeah, you've had a couple of tough days, but stay the course. Don't change your path. Now, guys, what I also have here at the very bottom, I have each month's tab broken out. January, February, March. You could do this on all one tab. I'm a bit of a Excel geek, so I like this way. I like each month broken out. And essentially, everything that you just saw from my plus EV tab is right here. This is my plus EV tab. And then this is my totals tab. So my promo tab, I have each month's promo tab, and we're going to hop into that real quickly. But this is kind of the whole entire snapshot view of the month. So I have how much I bet for my EV, which is all just pulled from the last tab I just showed you, right? The amount, my profit and loss. Here's how much I've wagered. Here's my ROI. I like to know in the month of February, hey, I had 28 days I bet on. I had 18 winning days. I had 10 losing days. And I just like to have little different trackers within the tracker because I'm into the numbers and I kind of want to know. But this is how I'm able to do it because I stay consistent. I stay diligent. It's work. Yes, it is. I don't let this ever get like 3 or 4 days like past. So I'm like, oh, snap, I got to go back and do all of last week's numbers. I stay on this every day. But that's because I'm in this to really push this EV to the highest limit I can to see how much money I can make using the tools at OddsJam. Also, I'll be remiss if I didn't say, I'll pause right here. Link in the description if you want to try OddsJam for a 1-week free trial. Just see if it's something you're interested in. And if you are, promo code Billy20, right? If you sign up for any of the OddsJam plans, use my code. It's going to save you 20% off for as long as you have OddsJam, right? And it really helps me out because it lets OddsJam know, hey, we're watching Billy's content and I'm pushing people that direction. So it helps me out a lot. But I'll have that below as well. But basically, this is what I have going on the whole tab. We're going to dive into column C, the promo tab, and I'm going to show you what I deem the promo tab. So this is the promo tab. And what do I mean by promo tab? Basically, any prize picks or underdog fantasy or any DraftKings boost or any Caesars parlay boosts, FanDuel boosts, any type of promotions, or really any fantasy entries I put in the promo tab because they're not straight wagers and I want to keep them separated. So basically, whether I have a win or a loss on the promo, I take a screenshot of every bet that I have. And why do I do that? I don't know. It's not like I'm going to get audited by the IRS, but I just kind of like to have a complete understanding. The only thing that I won't put in here is if I get a free bet from a sports book and I lose that free bet, then I won't take a screenshot of it. But if I get a free bet and I win on that free bet, I will put it in here. But basically, just column N just shows everything that I bet for that day. So as you can see, February 1, here's all the screenshots of what I had February 1, all the bets that I had, and then I just make a line, and then I put everything for February 2, and I take screenshots of everything here, right? And that's what this column N is. Column O is obviously my win-loss. How much money did I bring back? Also, if I get any sign-up bonuses from any sports books, for a first-time deposit, I throw this in the promo tab because it is a promo tab. So sometimes the numbers are a little inflated because, if I get a $500 risk-free bet, and I hit on that, it's going to inflate the numbers a little bit. But anything that's not a straight wager, I put in this promo tab. And just like before, I break each month out. So I have a tab for January, and then I'll have another tab for January promos. And you can do it all on one tab if you want, but this is just the way that I like to do it. What I am in the midst of right now, and this isn't going to be very good, is my prize picks and underdogs. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So this isn't complete yet because I need to pick up where I left off in April because I haven't started for underdog yet. But basically, I am trying to figure out with prize picks, how well am I doing? And obviously, as you can see, I'm not doing well. And I don't play a lot of prize picks because I don't do that well. Prize picks does a really, really smart thing when you log on. They just show you how many entries you've ever entered and then how much money you've won. It's a really sharp, smart thing that they do. But I like to know exactly how well I'm doing. So the only thing that's different here is, partial losses, partial wins, and wins. What do I mean by that? So I play only 5 and 6 pick entries on prize picks. They're the most optimal as far as odds go. And so, partial wins are basically if I have a 5 pick entry and I hit 4 out of 5, then basically, I double my money. So if I put down a $25 wager, I hit 4 out of 5, I'll make $25 profit. That's a partial win. Obviously, the wins are I go 5 for 5 or 6 for 6. Partial losses are, when I have a 5 pick entry and I go 3 for 5. So I get some of my money back, but not all of it. And that's considered a loss. And I just kind of want to know my win percentages, right? What's the percentage that I actually hit that? So as you can see here on my P&L, it hasn't been very good. Though April, I still have to update, but I kind of shy away from doing prize picks. A lot of people love to do them. Alex over at OddsJam is an absolute guru genius with this. I need to dive more into this. So that's why I don't give a ton of prize pick plays, because I'm not great at them and I'm not confident in it. And I am not going to try to sell you something that I'm not very good at. And sell you by meaning, hey, you should follow and tail my prize pick plays, because they're really hard to win. And I prefer to bet straight wagers because I have a lot more success. But this is a tab that I am currently work in progress, workshopping right now. But this is another one that I like to keep track of because in the state of Arizona, we just have prize picks and underdog. We don't have, jock market or parlay play. So this is all that's available to me, but I like to keep track of that as well. Okay, guys, and the last tab that I have on my bet tracker, and if you're kind of getting an idea, you can see that I'm very serious about what I'm doing here. And I want to know I'm on top of everything. I want to know my numbers. I want to know my return. I'm not saying you might have to go to this length when you're betting on sports, but you at least need to have how many bets you had per day, how much you bet, how much you had totally gambled for the day, what was your profit and loss for the day. At the bare minimum, you need to do that. This is something that I take a lot of pride in. I love this. This is a great tab that I have. I've shared it before on my Twitter. It's a zoom out view like I talked about before. So since Halloween, when I signed up with OddsJam, the plus EV tool has those different percentages as we look on the tool. And this is basically, I have it broken down here into 0. So less than 1% plays. I've made 285 bets. I basically lost $13. You can see how many bets I've won. And then obviously the total amount of money that I've wagered. And this is only on the straight wagers, okay? So when I talked about the prize picks, the underdog, the promos tab, none of that data goes into this. This is straight wagers because, in my opinion, straight wagers is really where I know I'm going to make my money. When I'm up on the month, I get a little frisky, and I want to start betting a little more prize picks because I get a little loose with my money. But straight wagers is where it's at. So I have it broken down here. As you can see, once we kind of get past the 4% mark, I don't have a ton of wagers. I don't bet on as much, so I need it. It takes a lot more time. Whereas, the one between 1% to 2%, I have almost 2,000 bets in this category alone, right? But this is basically what I have broken down as far as, kind of an idea. And as you can see, the 3% range, it's not looking very good, but that doesn't, when I hop on the EV tool and I see maybe a bet that has 3.25% of EV, I don't go, oh no, I'm not going to bet this. No, I just know that I need to place more bets because it has an edge. And right now, early on, when I'm flipping that coin, it's not going my way right now. But the more times I flip it, that weighted coin, right, it's going to work out for me. It's just going to take a little bit longer time. So that's what I have here. And then right below this, I have the same exact table, just a little bit more condensed, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it kind of gives you a nice idea of my return so far. And, you know, I'm not saying, guys, that if you bet 3% EV plays, this is what's going to happen to you. This is just my story. This is how it's went for me so far. But that doesn't deter me. I'm going to absolutely hammer those bets every time I see them. And so I'm hoping a couple months from now, if maybe we revisit this page, you're going to see that 3% total be a lot different. So, guys, that's really what I have going on with the Bet Tracker. I am more than happy to share this with you. I want each and every one of you guys to be able to be successful long-term bettors using the tools at OddsJam because I believe in them very much. So if you guys want this, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to try to get this as a shared link in the description. If not, you know, if you're comfortable sharing your email with me, you know, slide my DMs and let me know. I'll be more than happy to send you a copy so that you can have it for yourself. I really appreciate you stopping by and checking out the channel. This is what I do day in and day out, guys. I'm all about OddsJam. I'm all about making money betting on sports. So if you're going to bet on the game, man, at least stop by OddsJam because they can help make you some money. My name is Billy C. I really appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next video.